BRB and its terrific TV toys, and it is time for Series 5 from the Figures Toy Company line celebrating the 1966 Batman TV series. In this one we've got 2 male figures and 2 female figures, although the female figures are actually the same female, it's just a little change of attire.
Once upon a time, in a land called DC Comics, there was a Batman and there was a Robin. Over time, it was decided they needed female companionship. Along came Batwoman in 1956. AKA Kathy Kane, she was a circus performer and she was super cool. Then along came Betty Kane, her niece, who adopted the crime-fighting persona of Bat-Girl. But this little blonde star was not as bright as hoped. This was the early 1960s, and just a tad later, in that swingin' decade, came a live-action TV show called Batman. About to enter its 3rd wonderful season, it needed a little spice. Oh, I don't know, a little kick, if you will. That kick came in the form of a new Batgirl, no hyphen, who was flame-tressed and lovely and ready for action on both the printed page and the small screen. Oh. Her alter ego was Barbara Gordon, daughter of Gotham City Police Commissioner James Gordon, and in the decades since, she has been a big character well known in pop culture, far eclipsing her single season on this TV show and definitely forcing poor little Bat-Girl into obscurity. Sorry, Betty Kane, though Betty Kane did live on sort of in another DC character, but no need to get into that. Now, there are a few differences in the on-screen version of the Barbara Gordon Batgirl and the print version of the Barbara Gordon Batgirl, who was incidentally introduced in Detective Comics number 359 in 1967. I believe that was, well, okay, January 1967. Do you know what those differences were? And don't worry, those of you who are hardcore comics collectors out there, this is not a mint copy. You probably can already tell that. Well, one difference already you can see is in the costuming. These 2 ladies, although they were designed to be introduced at about the same time, did vary in costume. You can see that in the comics, she had a black, sometimes gray-looking uniform with yellow trim, and she would come to be known by this costume very much in the comics through the rest of the 1960s and the 1970s. Oh man, I love these panels. I have looked at these panels so much in my life. There she is in her little librarian outfit, and she did the Princess Leia thing before Princess Leia did with a double bun. And then there she is, like, she's kind of transforming her outfit into the Barbara or the Batgirl outfit. Now, another way that these 2 ladies vary is in their introduction storyline. As we talked about last week on the TV show, it is the episode Enter Batgirl, Exit Penguin, which aired September 14th, 1967, and introduced the 3rd season of the show. And in that storyline, the Penguin kidnaps poor Barbara Gordon because he figures he's going to marry her and be immune from any kind of prosecution for his evil deeds by being the commissioner's, James Gordon's, son-in-law. That was basically the storyline, and then Barbara busts out her Batgirl outfit and helps bring down the bad guy. Now, in this storyline in the comics, Detective 359, Batgirl is actually going to a costume party. She's thinking it would be pretty cool to dress up like that Batman, but like a female version of that Batman. And she encounters a villain called Killer Moth on the way, and she thus embarks on a crime-fighting career by handling the Killer Moth first of all. So we have costume, we have introduction. Also, the 2 ladies vary in true hair color. Now, Batgirl, the Barbara Gordon Batgirl, has always been known as a redhead, but on the TV series, Barbara Gordon actually had short, dark hair, and then she put on a red wig to become Batgirl. And I always liked that part. Yvonne Craig was a wonderful actress and a talented dancer, And I think she joked in interviews that she got this role because she knew how to ride a motorcycle, and Batgirl on this TV show rides the Batgirl cycle, but she also was a wonderful dancer and very well coordinated and could handle the fight scenes with all the kicks and all that. So anyways, this is the Batgirl figure. I've been so looking forward to owning this figure. I finally got it recently. I got it a little bit later than when it was released, and it is part of Series 5 by Figures Toy Company, celebrating the 1966 Batman TV series. And I love it. I wondered what they were going to do with this. Of course, all my life I've had the 1970s Mego Batgirl figure, which is more based on what you see here, although with a gray, like a light gray leotard, which you saw in a previous episode of Terrific TV Toys. But I wanted to see what they were going to do with this purple, and I don't think that this camera, I'm looking at the screen and I'm looking at real life, and the camera's not quite capturing the shade of purple. It's like a crazy electric purple that you see here. I think the camera's toning it down quite a bit and actually looking much more like what you saw on screen on the TV show, and you can see that in the screenshots here. But she's always, on the TV show, worn this amazing purple metallic looking outfit, and I just had to know how they were going to translate that to this figure that otherwise has a Mego mold and a Mego look to her. Oh, she's beautiful. All right, let's get her out. And let's see if we can take a closer look at this amazing Barbara Gordon Batgirl, which we are going to celebrate on Terrific TV Toys here. We're going to have some special episodes in 2017 celebrating 50 years of the Barbara Gordon Batgirl, since, as I mentioned, she was unveiled in the comics in January of 1967 and then brought to life on the small screen that following September. Ooh, wow. Not much hair. This is interesting. This is definitely a deviation from other figures I've seen, like the Mego that I mentioned from the 70s and from the other figures in this set, because it's got like a hole here, the back of her cowl. It is like way off the neck. It's kind of odd. And then just a little bit of hair coming out. I think that could be thicker. It's a beautiful color, the correct color. Long and curly, but like it was on the TV show, but I don't know, a little thin back there. And then the cape, interesting. I'm discovering this just like you are if you haven't taken her out of the box and you're living vicariously through me. Wow, cape is one solid piece. I guess I expected some Velcro there to be able to take the cape off, but no. If you're a girl and you like to see if parts of the outfit come off, then no, this does not. It's sewn on, right? Yeah, I don't see anywhere there. I can see the seam there, the part where it comes together. But yeah, it's sewn on. And then in the cape, a beautiful satin on the inside. Oh, I love that. And on the outside, just wonderful. Again, it is so electric purple in front of my eyes and just not that way on the camera. You really have to see it in real life. And this yellow is even more vibrant in real life. But I was about to say, before I interrupted myself, that the cape treatment is the same as what you saw for Batman and I think Robin too, in that it's got like the bendy things, so you can shape it a little bit as you pose her. She has her gold belt. Wasn't that more yellow in the series? The belt. See, I have this costume. Ruby's Costume Company made this costume a couple years ago, and of course I grabbed it like immediately, and I've been wearing it the past couple years to cons and to Halloween and all that. And it's got a yellow belt, true yellow. And it seems like on the show it was yellow too, but here it is gold. And does unhook there. Get over that one ridge. And then her outfit, you see, oh, look at that. That's kind of interesting because the gloves, uh-oh, wow, that looks like that's going to come right off. Better not pull that too much. Her sleeves are half length, and they meet up with where the articulation in her elbow is, but the rest of her arm is just purple molded plastic. And then she has the typical Mego-like articulation on her wrist. And then it looks like she's got her purple gloves on, really, all in all, with that effect. And so here you see her whole arm, the figure's whole arm is made purple. Clothing tag. Very fitted leotard, as it is in that Ruby's costume I mentioned too. Very fitted, little room for error, if you know what I mean, if you're female. And then yellowish gold emblem on the front. And then the boots. The boots are definitely lower heel than what she wore on the show. That was the part of my costume I had to buy, was the boots. I found purple suede boots that really match well, although they kill your feet. So don't keep them on very long, like a con or whatever. But anyways, okay, so this is a low-heeled boot. That does come off, and you can see the onesie effect here. A little bit of a dip detail, like the bat detail, bat shape detail in the front. Again, wish I had handy a full-length photo of Yvonne Craig in her costume. Almost seems like there's something weird going on with alignment of the legs, but I don't think so. So yeah, she's got her articulation. She's ready for action. Woohoo! Look out, penguin! Beautiful. So glad they came out with her, even though we're still waiting on a Catwoman. Hint, hint again. Any of the Catwomen will do, although I favored Julie Newmar. All right, Batgirl. You stand here in solidarity with your sisters. This is a recent set. Recent set, by the way, with a Batwoman and Bat-Girl. It came with a Ace the Bat Hound and a Batmite in that set. Very nice set. I want to say late 90s, early 2000s. Very nice. So yes, the Sisterhood of the Bat Ladies. Wonderful. All right, well that concludes Series 5 of the Batman TV show Figures by Figures Toy Company. Who knows what they're going to release next, but we won't be looking at it until next season, Season 4 of the show. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned in future weeks for more.